Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Toss to the outside. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing is another thing. Great start from the offense.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. It'll be a draw. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
From the gun, running back on the move. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wildcats.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That makes the score Kentucky 14, Mississippi State 0.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Nice move to stay on his feet. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Mississippi State going up tempo.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The give on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this off, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
And he's dragged down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldog.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Past the 25. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Kentucky.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play. Because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
They'll go to the counter. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
At the 26-yard line. 2nd down.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll try to get outside. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The option look. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too, because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quarterback checking the play. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Woodhead. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Grabs it in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
To the air, it's Woodhead. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. And just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats!
First and goal, you know what's coming, they know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can't. Pound the football straight ahead, get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He's back to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Riley. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Woodhead. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits and makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that pass intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
Scrambling away, trying to make magic with his feet. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's got it on the run. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Makes the catch. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
A nice job by this offense. Put the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Woodhead. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now he's going to break the pocket. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Starkville.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the 2nd half underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the wideout. He's got him wide open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
3rd inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. You better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Shakes off the tackler. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. Mississippi State right back to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. The quick out. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Tight coverage there. Did not stop it from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the 1st down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Looking to the end zone. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense set for a 1st down play. Leaves it with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. That's reeled in. It's Washington. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
To throw, it's Woodhead. Steps away to find some room. Finishes the run with the slide.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It's now second down.
This offense has a second down play. Reads it, fires complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
With the catch, it's Riley. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the route is on.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, Mississippi State, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah,
and the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Floating away. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle.
Throwing back, carrying the ball. Gain of 2. Second down coming up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Woodhead. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the pummeling has started.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Plows through the defense. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They're getting this guy lathered up. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. Got him downfield. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Running back searching for a hole. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. Coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Offense working from the pistol. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive firing. He'll throw it. He's got it. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Kentucky will come to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 4 over Purdue. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on second down from the 13. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Escapes the sack. Short gain on the play before he slides.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And they'll take a knee. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
When you know you have a team outclassed,
Online head-to-head, I've already liked and subscribed College Football 25. I play on PS5. Let's run it up, boy.